morning to all of us on Creative S International. Today, I want to show you how I make this beautiful headpiece that you are seeing right here. So, we're not going to waste time. Don't forget to like and share this video. So, first, I will need wire, that's wire, the strong one. Then, I will need bead wire, a small a fascinator cap. Uh, I have a bias to wrap, and then that's the net. Because some persons were asking me what kind of net is this. I just bought this from the market. I don't know the name, but it's a net, and I that's what I used. Okay, and I will also be using crillony. Okay, you saw that the crillony I showed you there is just a plain white crillony. Okay, that's what we are going to be using. I'll show you what to do to make it match to the net. Okay, so what we started doing is to cut out the size of wire that you need. So the size of wire should depend on you. Of course, you can see that I'm trying mine to see what the size, how big I want it, So when you are done with that decision, you go ahead and just use your normal sewing thread to tie the wire together. This process is very necessary before you wrap because it's going to help you to secure the wire in a position that will not allow it to start pushing out of your fascinator later. Okay, because whatever we do, we have to ensure that we secure our work and we give an excellent delivery. In fact, I'm going to tell you some of the things I did here that I think I should have done in a different way. Okay, so I use my trimming, or you call it a bias trimming, to wrap. So because I'm working with a silver, I also decided I was going to use a silver trimming to wrap. Okay, so after doing that, I went ahead and then placed my net. Okay, and then now, because I do not want to wrap my net around it, when you wrap it around it and tie it at the middle, it's going to give the net a double effect, and it is not at all the time that we want to work with double effect. So I do not really want to work with double effect, so I chose to just do it uh, in one way. Okay, so when I started, I thought of, oh, let's use the wire to wrap. So while I was trying to do that, I discovered that it was not as neat as I want it to be. So this is how I work. Okay, when I try something, I'm not satisfied with it, I go ahead, lose it up, and then I'll repeat my process. Okay, so I tried to tie it directly, it did not work. Or let me say, I was not satisfied with the result. Now, please, I'm sorry. While you are watching this, please pay attention. Pay attention. So now here is what I did. I think I should have done different. So here's what I did. I thought I should have done differently. When I stopped using the wire to tie, I thought when I use the wire to tie, it's going to act as a design, you know. But when I stopped tying with the wire, I decided to glue. Okay. So what I glued there, well, for it to be durable, all right. After gluing like this, I believe invisible thread would have been better than the wire beading wire I used. So take this as a correction from me, that I said invisible thread should be better. Invisible thread is very tiny. You can just fold into two. You just spend your time and then you sew neatly. You see what I just did, how it came out like that. Just that what I did now, I use my wire to tie. Though it was not looking bad, but I felt invisible thread would have been better. So take it from me. So another thing you can do is that you can hem the edge. That is, you can hem this edge. That is, use a bias string or whatever to cover that edge after you glue it. Okay, so when you cover it, it's going to come out clear, and beautiful without having to go through the stress of using the beading wire. Okay, so when you hem it, it's going to be neater. In fact, hemming is going to be neater, but the thing is that it's not all the time you want to hem. Now, some people will just glue it and not do anything about it, and it will stay. Okay, just that it's not going to be very, 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 very durable. But if you really gum it well, all right, it will stay. It will stay. By the time you remove your peg from the edge, you will not need to do any other thing. It will stay and remain transparent like that. In fact, that is what most people do. But you know me, I like going extra. I like to make sure that what I am doing is durable for my client. And do you know that invisible thread also have a black one now? Black invisible thread. So just take the corrections I am giving. Okay, so now to attach your cap, and is in a stress-free way, you apply glue, okay, to the base of your cap. Look at the position you're supposed to drop it properly, okay, and allow it to cool down there, allow it to stick. All right, allow it to stick. So this is just a very easy process you can use to do any other kind of fascinator, because if you look at the first part of this video, you will see that this fascinator, even this cap I'm placing now, was not seen. Okay, so let's forget about that. So we go ahead and trim. Now look at what I did when I trimmed. You see, I left extra. Okay, I left extra. So you are not just going to trim out everything. No, you have to be calculative, as in know how you will be able to secure this net very well to your cap, and this is one of the best ways to do that. So we just trim around it, and then we use you can use your liquid or hot glue. So you just use it and place it down on the cap. So with this, you will secure your net in a stronger way to your base. Okay, that is your crown. You see, it's sitting and is well seated, so you don't need to do anything extra. By the time you are doing your finishing, you can decide to just use elastic to cover that part, and you are good to go. Yeah, so that being said, we move straight to the what do I call it now, crillony. So the crinoline I have is a white one, and I need it to be able to match with the net. So because of that, you are going to be using the net to wrap your crinoline. And yes, we know that we do have colors of crinoline, but not all the time. Okay, so if sometimes you find that your crinoline color you want, you don't have it, do you really know that you can dye crillony? That is, you can apply your dye to change the color of your crillony. But let's leave that one for another day. Okay, so what I am doing is to sew a loop with the net and then fix the crillony in it. Bet me, this process wasn't too easy, sewing a net and creating the crillony loop for me to fold my crillony. It's not that easy. It took a lot of my time. But then I want you to know that what is worth doing is worth doing well. So whenever you want to do something and you set your mind at it, Please push for excellence even when it looks tiring. If you are tired, leave the work and continue the next day. That's just it. Okay. So this is what I did, and by the time I was done, I folded all my crillony and I started to arrange it on the fascinator. I think this is all I will need to explain. You can watch the remaining part and you will understand. So please do not forget to share this video, like it, drop your comments, and also recommend this channel to other people. I'll see you.